Well, definitely, as you mentioned earlier, that yes, wicket is not as supportive for spinners as it should be, but still, I feel like in the first few games, I missed my liner length a little bit, and even before, when wickets were a little bit spinning, even though if you miss your liner length as well, still it becomes a little bit harder for the batter to hit that for a boundary. But now it's not that case. You can't ball a bad ball. If you bowl a bad ball, it's gonna be the boundary for sure. But that's the thing I feel like this year. It's just you just need to make sure you hit the right area consistently. If you have no support from the wicket, it doesn't spin much. But in that case, you can't miss your length. And I feel like the first few games, I missed my line a little bit, and that's why I feel conceded some runs and haven't gotten much wicket. Well, it just stick to the basic, whatever the line and length I have been bowling from the last 9 or 10 years, I just need to focus on that. And sometimes you try your best, things just doesn't go on your way, and but it's pretty much simple. You just keep the things simple. I don't want to bring so many of things and ideas in the mind that I should do this and that. Inside I know what I do and what I can do and what I if I do will be better for me. It's just about making sure to keep the things very simple for myself. And yes, those days comes, where you're trying your best to do 100%, but things just doesn't come your way. And sometimes you bowl a full toss, you get the wicket on that, and sometimes a good delivery doesn't give you a wicket, it just go for a boundary. But this is the cricket, it's all are very connected, and you have to accept that sometimes that yes, it doesn't come well, and you need to keep the things simple and basics right. Whatever I have been doing from the last 9, 10 years, I need to keep the things simple, and the more keep it as simple, the better it will come very soon. Well, I feel as I mentioned earlier, is that you don't need to think much about it as a youngster. That okay, how it's gonna be. One thing you can only think about is the length. I feel like that's something which that good length area you have to hit that consistently, and definitely you don't get that support from the wicket. And then as a bowler you have no more options to bowl. As a seamers you have that yorker, slow and wide yorkers, you bowl that. But as a spinners you can't bowl start straight away bowling yorkers. And like a fast bowler, you are known for your line and length, and you're known for your variation bowling, leg spin and wrong ones and flippers. And that's why it makes the spinner more special when those varieties is there. But if you have a support from the little bit from the surface, and then that's something which makes it more interesting. But I think as a youngster you just need to focus on hitting the right area consistently, and that's something which is not under the control to that the wicket should be spinning or not. That's something you can't control it. But what you can control is to practice hard and to hit the right area consistently. And I think that's the only way, that's the only mindset you can go ahead with it. Well, to be honest, I don't know how would I play, but you just see the wicket, how the wicket behaves. Sometime when wicket is little bit spinning, I feel like anyone around the world finds it super hard. Doesn't matter whoever the spinner is in. That's a fact, like which we have seen over the years. Like if something is there for the for the bowler, if it's swinging, if it's spinning, I feel like it's always super harder for any batter to how to react. But when it's not spinning, you can't really think much, like how whoever the bowler is, you all know that it's not going to spin, it's only going to come straight at you. If it's leg spin or wrong one, whatever it is, it's only going to come in one direction. So I feel like there you have nothing much to do. If someone missed the line of length, nowadays the batter, they are, you know backing their swing, and they know they can get the ball over the boundary easily. And as soon you bowl a little bit bad ball, it just goes and disappears. So I feel, there is nothing much. It always depends on the condition of the wicket, that how it behaves, and then you react accordingly. Well, I feel like, we haven't done anything different what we have done last year. It's not about like last year you are planning differently, and this year we are planning differently. From the day one, we as a team and as a whole team, I feel like from Ashish Bhai, the way he kept the environment, it never changed from the day one when he was here with GT, when I was with GT. I think from 2022 when we were the champions, 23, I think 23, 23,
Final.
22,
22.
22,
22, yeah, yeah.
22.
So I feel from that year, what we were planning, what we were having in the mind and discussing, it's pretty much similar this year as well. There is nothing much in change. And the most important thing is we keep the things very simple, and there is no much of huge kind of discussion. It changes with the result. We never change with the result. We know what's the process, we know what to be done, and the preparation and everything. And that's something which made everything very clear to each and every player. And that's something which I feel is the reason behind success, that we don't really matter think about what happens in the result. It's just the process, how we follow that. And that's it. I feel like that's something which Ashish by more uh, thinking about it, like, that it's not about the result, it's about the process, how we all as a team we go on with it. And it's about the preparation, how we're going to prepare, and the mindset, how we're going to go with. And that's something which is a demand from us as a player, that we go there, we put that 200% effort, and whatever the result is, that doesn't matter. But our effort in the ground, and the mindset and approach, I think that really matters to each and everyone. And it's simple, it's clear. It's not something like we have meetings, big meetings, when we lose the games, and we have that 7 8 or maximum 10 minutes meeting. Either we lose or we win. Absolutely, absolutely. You can't really talk a lot about what happened in the last game. And you all know, as a batter you will know, as a bowler you will know what went wrong for you, and you know what to do to get better and to get stronger in the next game. And that's something which matters the most than anything else. If I sit here and I'm discussing for 1 hour and 30 minutes, then I feel that might give me negative energy than the positive. But it's more about we discuss and we have that conversation in the ground when we're practicing. And that's the best time you have the conversation with the particular coach, bowling coach, batting coach, fielding coach. That's the time where you have the discussion. And I feel like that's the best time as well, when you can discuss your things with batting coach, bowling coach, and a fielding coach. And that made it very easy. We're not discussing much in the meetings, but it's more about we discuss individually in the ground, and what to be done, how things to be done. And everyone is very professional, play lots of cricket. They know how to prepare, and what kind of mindset we should go on with. Well, I, I feel I'm not in the favor much of the matchups. It's always a different day, different kind of conditions. And uh, that's what it makes it like, a little bit different from outside. That okay, he's the best matchup for this player, and that bowler is the best matchup. It's just about making sure, I feel, is that if you hit the right area consistently against anyone, that's you are the best matchup for him, because you're not giving him that kind of free balls where he could hit it for a boundary. And that's the best matchup anyone. But if someone has taken someone's wicket from the last 5 or 6 games back to back, and next game he has to play again, it doesn't mean that he will get him again out, unless he is bowling that right area consistently, and that's what he will be successful if he hit that area consistently. And I feel is that if you bowling in the right area, I think you are the best matchup for anybody. And if he's a left-hander, right-hander, and I think that's something which all the bowlers have in the mind, that yes, it doesn't mean that someone is a left-hander and I can't bowl to him, or a right-hander I can't bowl to him. I think that's a very kind of negative mindset. But if you bowl in the right area, I think that's where you are more effective in best matchup for anybody. Well, it's just natural. I feel that's the kind of bowling action I have, and the run up I have is that it doesn't allow me to bowl slower. And in that 90s, I think I should be bowling in that. And I feel like nowadays, that time has gone where you are getting like this much spin, and those big spinning tracks where you bowl slower, flatted delivery, and you beat the batsman with that. No chance nowadays that if you bowl that slow leggies, it doesn't spin after the wicket, and it's only going to go into the stand, and anyway. But especially nowadays, how game has changed, how the quality of the batters has changed. And I think it doesn't allow you to bowl those slow leggies where you, yes, sometimes you do bowl, when it's a little bit spinning and you are over the position team. I think it's a different scenario. But such wickets, where 230, 240 becomes an easy chase for the opposition, there you can't do that, that you have to bowl those slow leggies. And also, since I start bowling leg spin, I used to bowl quicker, and since from bowling at home with playing with brothers from that time, bowling quicker, that was something natural. And as I mentioned, my action and my speed and my run up doesn't allow me to bowl slower, and it's just a natural thing which I can bowl quicker. Over the years, definitely it has changed my game. Since I debuted in the IPL, my game from that time till now is totally changed. And it all, like, it's one of the best league and top league around the world. And if you come right here and you perform, I think it just totally changed your mindset and your confidence level. That's something which is very important. I feel like is the confidence level, and I think. Uh, when you perform here in IPL, definitely it takes you from zero to hero. And I think that's something which has done with me as well. Over the years, when I'm playing here, I'm performing here, it takes my confidence level from like down to up, like in its next level. And that's something which has done to me IPL over the years. And it's one of the toughest league, top league. And if you're performing here and if you're doing well here, I think that's something which is lots of learning for you, and also gives you so much confidence, especially as a bowler. I feel like if you perform here, it's massive for you and for your future. A role of spinners, you can't really say how it's going to change, but it all depends. Like if you get that kind of little bit help, I feel like that's very important. As soon you get that little bit support from the surface, I think that's where it makes the game more interesting. And you understand that, okay, if I'm bowling a leg spin, if I'm bowling the wrong one, it's spin, and it gives you that feeling that yes, it goes this way and that go that way, and that's where it makes, I feel like, the game beautiful. And as a batter, then the challenge for you is to read it, which way it's going, and then you have to react in that less time, and then you play your best shot. I think that's something which, if it doesn't change much, I feel like it's going to be a great contest between the batter and the spinner in the next 5 years. That yes, uh, different kind of spinners coming, with the different actions in the bowling, quicker, slower, wrong one, leg spin. But I still feel like if you have that little bit support of the surface, it creates and it makes the spinners very effective.